Oh, that's so much pepper. All right. Oh my God, this is seriously hot. And I love hot sauce, but this hot sauce is spicy. And I can't believe I just added so much hot sauce on this, but let's go. What's up, everybody? It's Ro, and welcome back to Rochelle's Test Kitchen.
So today I'm making my monthly craving for fried chicken. And yes, I make fried chicken every single month because for some reason I always get that craving.
So today's recipe is going to be a little bit different from the other fried chicken recipes that I've done in the past. Instead of frying a whole chicken this time around, I am doing drumsticks. But this time around, I'm going to be butterflying these bad boys. First things first, and I know this is an ongoing debate and controversy, you always want to wash and clean your chicken before cooking it. And when we say clean and wash, we don't mean soap, we don't mean bleach, we don't mean softeners or anything of the sort. When we say clean and wash your chicken, you want to make sure you clean and wash your chicken in vinegar, lime, salt, and some water. You'll thank me later. I grew up seeing people from the Caribbean and people from African countries wash and clean their chicken. And we have never had an issue with it. So fight me in the comments. Okay, so let's get into this video. These are all clean, so let's get to the next step of seasoning these babies. Whenever it comes to fried chicken, you always want to make sure the chicken is pat dry before seasoning. Take some paper towel and individually pat dry the drumsticks. Whenever it comes to cleaning any part of the chicken, you always want to go under the skin, remove the excess membrane, excess fat, and any yellowing that may be from the skin itself when it wasn't stripped properly. And you also want to remove any feathers that were left behind on the skin. One important thing is whenever you clean drumsticks, you always want to remove the yellowing part that is left on the crankles right here. And yes, I call them crankles. So yeah, you always want to remove that. Personally, for me, if this yellowing part on the crankles is not removed, I know the chicken was not cleaned, let alone cleaned properly. To butterfly these drumsticks, you want to pull the skin taut so it's firm, and you also want to pull the underneath back so it looks exactly like that. You're going to take a sharp knife and you're just going to go down the middle. Remove this part, which is the excess cartilage. And you slightly want to shave along the bone. Remove any cartilage that you see or ligaments. And this is your perfect butterfly drumstick.
Now you're going to use the same technique to butterfly the rest of the drumsticks. You can use whatever seasons you prefer. Here I'm using my own spice blends. To finish off and to make this marinade completely worth it, I add in some spicy brown mustard, adobo, green seasoning, roasted garlic, and a bit of soy sauce. Mix all that into the chicken, cover, and refrigerate until you're ready to use.
Marinate for about 4 to 5 hours, but it's best if the chicken marinated for at least 2 days to get all those flavors just marry into each other and just like soaking through the meat and to the bone. In the meantime, I'm going to get my dredging flour ready. Many times you'll hear me say AP flour in almost all my videos, but AP flour means all-purpose flour.
I'm going to go ahead and level off 3 cups of AP flour, 1 cup of cornstarch, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm just seasoning my dredging flour with the exact same seasonings that I used to season my chicken. But this time, I'm adding in salt and black pepper to my dredging flour, and I'm giving that a really nice mix.
Set aside until you're ready to use. Here's the best part of this video that had everyone questioning their fried chicken game. Seasoning your fry oil. When it comes to seasoning your fry oil, you can use pretty much any aromatic herbs, any kind of onions, peppers, or anything of the sort. Growing up in a Caribbean household, one of the things we learned to do before frying was seasoning our oil. Seasoning your oil will give you an exuberant amount of flavor in whatever it is that you're frying. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm using today to make this fried chicken exactly how I want it, and to make it like a chef's kiss kind of recipe. I'm using half of Spanish onion, 9 allspice berries, which is also known as pimento seeds. I don't have scotch bonnet or habanero. I do have these bird's eye chili peppers on hand that I'm going to be using. Plus, stay tuned for my hot sauce recipe using bird's eye chili peppers. So I'm using 2 of these, 1 bay leaf, thyme and rosemary, and 3 stalks of scallion. Of course, I'm going to be cleaning these up, taking off the dead parts off before I add these to my oil.
Cut the scallions in half.
Here's the thing you want to know about bay leaf before using it. You want to slit or tear the bay leaf. So you can either use a knife to slit it on both sides, or you can put tear ripples into it. Whenever you slit or tear the bay leaf, you're releasing all that aroma and all the oils that is in the bay leaf. Since I'm frying chicken, my fry oil is going to be a mix of canola, olive oil, and peanut oil. And let me tell you, whenever you're frying anything, peanut oil is the best oil to fry in. If you're a shortening kind of person, be my guest, but peanut oil, to get that extra crisp, oh my God, you're going to need that. But this is what I'm using today, a blend and a mix of all 3.
Whenever I season my fry oil, I always start everything at room temperature. That way all my seasonings can heat up with the oil.
One of the things that you're always going to see me doing is straining my eggs. I always whisk and strain before I add my eggs to anything. I do this to remove the eye of the egg. Have your eggs at room temperature. I'm using 2 eggs. I'm going to be separating it from the whites and the yolks. In this recipe, I'm not using the whole egg because I only need the whites. To have complete zero waste, depending on how many times you separate eggs, you want to save the egg yolks to make creme brulee, creme anglaise, ice cream, or you can use it to make a simple mayonnaise.
Whisk the egg whites until it is slightly foamy and add in 2 cups of cold water. Remove the chicken from the refrigerator at least 30 minutes before dredging. Dip chicken in the water mixture and then in the flour.
And you want to press the flour into the chicken.
This is totally up to you, but you can double batter the drumsticks. And don't forget to shake off any excess flour.
So you want every part of the chicken to be completely dredged in flour. Let the chicken air dry and get tacky for about 12 to 15 minutes.
Once the seasons are all nice and golden brown, you want to remove them from the oil. Add chicken one at a time, hold it for a few seconds, and let it go into the oil. No matter what you do not overcrowd the pan. Since these are butterflied, they won't take too long to fry. I fried each drumstick for 5 minutes. I'm cleaning my oil with a spider, and I'm double frying my chicken for an additional 5 minutes. Drain the excess oil and land on a cooling rack and let the chicken rest for about 4 minutes before digging in. Plate up and garnish with scallions and use any dipping sauce you prefer.
This is my 876 hot and spicy hot sauce. It is so delicious. It is filled with so much flavor and it is really spicy. Let me shake this up. All right, let's see if we can hear the crunch. Do you hear the crunch? Oh my God, it's so good. Oh my God, it's so spicy. No. It's so good. Listen, I love hot sauce, but it is really hot. But I can't leave to go drink anything because the chicken is that good. The chicken is so flavorful. And the hot sauce itself is really flavorful. Now like chicken slap way, hot sauce slap way. Add a little bit more. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Oh my God. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stuff my face. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified each time I upload a video. I'm gonna go find something to drink because this is really hot. My hot sauce is really hot. Oh my God. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.